Welcome back for another reaction video. Alright guys, so I'm checking out British People Will Defend You. Alright, and the video is coming from Chef Belay or Gibley. Hope I didn't butcher his name. Alright guys, yes, I can really check this one out. So if you're new to the R&R channel, welcome. But before you leave, you become a part of the R&R family. Alright guys, so let's check this video out.
So British people will defend you even if they don't know you. I'm making this video because when I came to England, right, I had to take a taxi from the train station to my Airbnb. From the train station to my Airbnb took about 15 minutes, like 16 minutes tops. So I took a taxi. I was told to take a taxi as soon as I arrived, and then basically just tell them exactly the address, and then to go to my Airbnb host. My Airbnb where I was going to be for almost a month, right? So the guy plugged in the address. We're having a conversation. We are chatting and stuff. Everything's going great. I was like just so happy to be here, and I was super exhausted because that was a very very long trip. I was actually traveling from, I came from Virginia, United States. So long trip. I wanted to just be on my bed at the Airbnb, just chill. So when I arrived to the Airbnb address, the guy said it's going to be 60 quid, which now I know that he means 60 pounds, because when he kept saying 60 quid, I didn't really know what that meant. And I was like, you mean pounds? And he's like, yeah, 60 pounds. So anyways, so I paid the 60 pounds. And while I was paying the guy with my card, the Airbnb host came to the driveway. She welcomed me, and we say hi to each other, hello, all that stuff. And then she curiously asked, so how much was the taxi? And I told her it was 60 pounds. So by the time I answered her, the guy was already taking off.
So hold up, £60 for the taxi and £60 for the Airbnb. Wow, the taxi seems or sound a little expensive, doesn't it? I guess it's £60 a night, but with the taxi, I guess it's out depends on how far he's coming from. I guess.
I tell you, this woman was so pissed. She was just
Oh,
so mad that the guy charged me 60 pounds
yeah,
from
I'm
the
saying
train
it sound a
station to
little
the location for
deep.
the Airbnb because it was only 15
Oh,
minutes. And she was like, she was just so pissed about it. She was like, I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna write him a letter. Do you have the card? Do you have this information? All that stuff. And that's all. Yeah, he gave me his
wow.
card because I was like, if I want to get around, I can actually contact him because I was chatting with him, and I felt
Yeah.
like we had a really good discussion, conversations,
No.
throughout the ride to the Airbnb location. So I was like, you know what, I'm tired. Like, it's okay, no worries. I guess I will never call him to get a ride from him anymore or whatever. So then we
Oh
go in,
no.
I get settled, all that stuff, right? And then she came back and she was like, out of curiosity, do you have his card, the taxi man's business card? I said, yeah, it's right here. She said, well, I'm just gonna keep in mind to make sure that if any guest that comes to my Airbnb, to make sure they avoid this taxi man. I said, okay.
Oh, she mean business, and she's a good host at that too, because she know the taxi man is being unfair just because he's a foreigner, and he doesn't know the price. He rake up the price on him and stuff like that. So there is good people. Some people just don't like to see people being cheated out of money or anything, or you know knowing that somebody is doing them wrong, and they speak up, and knowing that it's wrong, they will speak up. That's so good. You have other people in this world too.
Man, I said, okay. The next day, she calls that number and then she goes off on him. She goes
Oh,
off, and she was talking about how you should be ashamed of
yeah.
yourself. That's a disgrace. Why would you charge this gentleman 60 quid for just 15 minutes, which is absolutely ridiculous. Because it normally cost about, she said like
Yeah, that's
20,
what I was
at least
thinking.
20 pounds, because that was a private taxi. Like
Yeah,
maybe
20
$30,
thirty
but 60 was
dollars.
like crazy because it was a private taxi.
Mm.
And yeah, she just went off, and she was defending me, saying that that wasn't
Oh,
okay. Why was you charging
wow.
that? And she felt like because it wasn't from, she felt like because I wasn't from here, from England, that the guy took advantage of me. It was like, I'm just gonna charge $60.
Yeah.
So as soon as she asked me how much was, my travel, how much was the ride here, that's why it kind of took off quickly, because maybe he realized that, oh wait, she gonna realize that I can like I could have basically, messed up here.
Yeah.
So that's why he left so quickly. But I'm saying this just to say that, she didn't have to do that. She, because I mean, it wasn't her money; it was my money,
Yeah.
right? It was my money that I actually spent. I was like, that's okay. But she literally slept on it, and then the next day, and she was like, no, I'm gonna call them. They're gonna
Yeah.
hear from me because that wasn't okay.
Wow.
So that's just another story of how, you know, British people are nice people. At least so far, my experience with everything that's been going on here since I moved here from the US,
Wow.
like everybody's been like super amazing to me. And to this day, my Airbnb host, we're such good friends now. She met my wife, my kid. We actually saw them last weekend. Yeah, she's such great people. But yeah, she defended me. Yeah, she defended me against that person. And but yeah, that was it.
Oh wow. So he actually skied up the ride on him, practically double the price just because he know that he wasn't from there. He was a foreigner. Like some people are just so cheeky, but on the other side, you see, you have good people because there she was defending him the minute you find out what the driver has done. So you have really good people, like he said. And to see he moved from the US to UK. So, that mean he really feel at home there and he loved them and he like he said, British people are really nice people. Yeah. Wow, that's so good. That is so beautiful, guys. And I'm listening to the story like, oh man, everywhere you go you have those that little percent of cheeky people, Yeah. All right, guys, comment down below. Let me hear what y'all think. And now we'll catch you in another one. Thanks for watching.